Welcome back to our channel, Rare Coins All World, Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. Today, we have something truly exciting in store for you. We're going to take a deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. history, the 2006 Lincoln Penny. Yes, you heard that right. The humble 1-cent coin that you might have in your pocket right now could be worth far more than you'd expect. Stick with us until the end, and we'll reveal the stunning potential value of this penny. Trust me, it's something you won't want to miss. Now, when you think of the Lincoln penny, you probably picture the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the classic copper-colored coin we've all seen hundreds, if not thousands, of times. But what if I told you that a specific version of the Lincoln penny, minted in 2006, could hold a secret value that could leave you speechless? That's right, this penny, which may look like an ordinary 1-cent coin to the untrained eye, is actually a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered by the right collector. Let's start by discussing the history behind the 2006 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, and it's one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. The coin has gone through a few design changes over the years, but the 2006 version is particularly notable because it was part of the ongoing redesigns that were made in honor of Lincoln's 200th birthday. In 2009, the U.S. Mint issued a series of 4 new reverse designs to celebrate Lincoln's life and legacy. But the 2006 penny, while part of the older design series, is still highly sought after by collectors. The obverse of the 2006 Lincoln penny features the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. This design has remained largely unchanged for over a century. However, it's on the reverse where things get interesting. In 2006, the reverse side of the Lincoln penny still depicted the traditional shield and wheat ears, the design that had been used on the coin since 1959. It's an iconic design, rich with symbolism, representing the country's agricultural roots and its strong economy. However, despite these lasting elements, 2006 was still a pivotal year for the Lincoln penny, and there are certain features of this coin that make it stand out from other years in the series. First, let's talk about minting numbers. In 2006, the U.S. Mint produced a large number of pennies, as is typical for most years. However, the 2006 pennies were not created in exactly the same way or at the same quantities as their predecessors. The U.S. Mint faced issues with coin production that year, leading to some inconsistencies in the coins that were issued. Some of these coins ended up with unique features, making them more valuable than standard pennies. The real value of the 2006 Lincoln penny lies in its rarity, condition, and any potential minting errors. When it comes to coins, the condition is one of the most important factors that determine value. Most pennies from 2006 that were circulated in everyday transactions have likely been worn down over time. These pennies might show scratches, discoloration, or other signs of heavy circulation. However, if you happen to have a 2006 Lincoln penny that was well preserved or hasn't been used much, that coin could be a gem in the eyes of collectors. For pennies that are in excellent or uncirculated condition, their value can significantly increase. Coins that have remained in pristine condition, free from wear and tear, are highly sought after by collectors. When a penny is well maintained, it looks nearly as it did when it was first minted, making it a rare find in today's world of worn-down currency. This is where you can see a major increase in value. For example, a 2006 penny in mint condition could easily fetch a price much higher than its 1-cent face value, sometimes reaching hundreds of dollars in the marketplace. But the real game changer comes with the discovery of mint errors. Mint errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin's production, causing it to deviate from the intended design. These errors are extremely rare and are highly coveted by collectors. The 2006 Lincoln penny, like other coins, was not immune to such production mishaps. There are some 2006 pennies that have minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, and other flaws that make them truly unique. For example, a 2006 Lincoln penny with a double die could be worth a small fortune. A double die occurs when the coin is struck multiple times during the minting process, causing part of the design to appear slightly blurred or doubled. This error is incredibly rare and can dramatically increase the coin's value. Similarly, if your 2006 Lincoln penny has an off-center strike, where the design is misaligned on the coin, this could make it even more valuable. The value of these error coins is driven by the rarity of the mistake and the interest from collectors who want to own a unique piece of U.S. coin history. When an error like this occurs, it creates a coin that cannot be replicated, making it one of a kind. Collectors are always on the lookout for these mistakes, and they're willing to pay top dollar for them. In fact, some of these error coins can sell for thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and condition of the coin. So, what is the true value of a 2006 Lincoln penny? Well, most of the pennies that were minted that year are still worth just 1 cent. However, if you happen to have one that is in pristine, uncirculated condition, or better yet, a rare error coin, you could be holding on to a small fortune. The right 2006 Lincoln penny could easily fetch a price of up to $60,000. Yes, that's right, $60,000. That's a staggering amount for a single penny, but it's a reality in the world of coin collecting. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these rare, high-value coins, and if you happen to have one in your possession, it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. So, if you've been holding on to some 2006 Lincoln pennies, it's time to take a closer look. Check the condition, look for any unusual features or minting errors, and see if you've got one of those rare gems that could potentially be worth thousands of dollars. Today, we're about to reveal a true gem in the world of numismatics, the 1989 Lincoln penny. You might be thinking, isn't that just another penny? But trust me, this coin could be worth far more than you'd ever expect. Whether you found one in your collection or stumbled upon it in your pocket change, this penny could hold a secret fortune that's waiting to be discovered. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll be shocked to know just how much this 1989 penny could be worth. Let's start with the basics. The 1989 Lincoln penny, like all pennies, was struck by the U.S. Mint as part of the regular production of 1-cent coins. The coin features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has adorned the front, or obverse, of the penny since 1909. On the reverse side of the coin, we see the traditional image of the Lincoln Memorial, which was used from 1959 until 2008, when the reverse design was changed to reflect the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. But here's where things get interesting. The 1989 penny wasn't just another run-of-the-mill penny. It was produced during a unique period in U.S. coin history. The U.S. Mint faced a challenge in the late 1980s to meet the growing demand for pennies, as inflation and the high cost of copper led to a shift in how coins were made. While the 1989 penny still contained mostly copper, it was among the last years of production for the pure copper composition before the coin was changed to a copper-plated zinc composition in 1982. This makes the 1989 penny an interesting piece for collectors, as it was one of the last to feature the classic copper content before the change occurred. Now, when it comes to determining the value of a coin, the first thing most collectors look at is its condition. The 1989 Lincoln penny, like many coins from this era, was produced in massive quantities. Over 7 billion pennies were minted that year. So, while it may seem like an easy coin to come by, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is much rarer than you might think. Most of the 1989 pennies you come across will show signs of wear, whether from heavy circulation or from simply being stored in less than ideal conditions. But what if you happen to have one of these coins in mint condition, looking as good as the day it was minted? Coins that are in mint or uncirculated condition are extremely valuable to collectors. The reason is simple: the less wear and tear a coin has, the closer it is to its original state, making it a desirable piece for collectors who are looking for high-quality specimens to add to their collections. For example, if you find a 1989 Lincoln penny that is flawless, free from scratches, discoloration, or other signs of use, you might be holding on to something that could fetch a very handsome price on the market. But here's the real kicker: the 1989 penny's value isn't just tied to its condition. In fact, some 1989 pennies feature something even more rare and valuable: minting errors. These errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin's production process, resulting in a coin that doesn't match the standard design. Mint errors are highly prized by collectors because they are unique and can't be replicated. They often happen when the coin dies, used to stamp the designs onto the coin, are misaligned or damaged, or when the coin itself is improperly struck. For example, a 1989 Lincoln penny could have a double die error, where the design appears twice on the coin, either slightly offset or doubled. This happens when the die strikes the coin more than once, and it's one of the most coveted types of errors. The value of a double die penny can go through the roof because it's a mistake that only happens by chance, and collectors will pay top dollar to own one. Similarly, if your 1989 penny is off-center, it could be worth much more than its face value. Off-center coins happen when the coin isn't properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to be partially cut off or misaligned. These rare, one-of-a-kind coins are a collector's dream. While minting errors can drastically increase the value of a coin, even without one, the 1989 Lincoln penny can still fetch a significant price if it's in excellent condition. Pennies that are nearly uncirculated and have been carefully preserved can often be sold for anywhere from $20 to $50, depending on their quality. But if you happen to have a particularly well-preserved penny with an error, or if it's part of a very small mintage from a specific mint, the value can rise even higher. Now, let's talk about the biggest factor when it comes to pricing these rare coins: the collector market. The world of coin collecting is vast, and it's filled with enthusiasts who are willing to pay big money for the right piece. When it comes to rare and error coins like the 1989 Lincoln penny, the demand for these coins can skyrocket, and it's not unusual for one coin to sell for more than you would expect. You might be asking, how much could a 1989 penny actually be worth? Well, if you happen to have an exceptionally rare 1989 Lincoln penny, whether it's due to its pristine condition or a minting error, the value could easily soar. While most 1989 pennies are only worth a few cents, the right one, depending on its rarity, could fetch a price in the tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, you read that correctly. For a 1989 penny in perfect condition with the right minting error or other rare features, it could be worth an astonishing $95,000. Imagine that, a single penny, worth $95,000. That's the kind of value that only a rare, highly sought-after coin can bring. So, the next time you're looking through your pocket change or rummaging through a coin jar, keep an eye out for the 1989 Lincoln penny. You never know, you could be holding a coin that will make you a small fortune. In conclusion, whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, the 1989 Lincoln penny is one you'll want to pay attention to. Whether it's the rarity of the coin itself or the possibility of mint errors that make it valuable, this penny has the potential to fetch a huge amount on the open market. If you happen to find a rare one, you could be looking at a windfall that exceeds your wildest expectations. Today, we have a fascinating coin to explore that you may have overlooked in your change jar or forgotten in your coin collection: the 2013 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Now, before you dismiss it as just another penny, hold on. This coin has the potential to be worth far more than its face value. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be amazed as we take a closer look at this seemingly ordinary penny and uncover the story behind its exceptional value. Let's begin with some background on the 2013 Lincoln penny. This penny was minted during an era when the United States was facing a period of low inflation and high coin production. The penny, which has been a part of American currency since 1793, went through many design changes over the years. In 1909, the Lincoln design, featuring Abraham Lincoln's portrait, was introduced, and ever since, it has been one of the most iconic and beloved coins in the U.S. mint's history. However, as time went on, especially in the 21st century, the penny's cost of production started to rise. The U.S. Mint had to balance the cost of materials like copper and zinc, the labor needed for minting, and the need to keep the coin in circulation. In 2013, the penny was still being made primarily of copper-plated zinc, with a small amount of copper on the outer layer. This allowed the U.S. Mint to continue producing the coin while keeping the costs relatively low. but what makes the 2013 Lincoln penny stand out in the world of coin collectors. For starters, the 2013 penny was minted in huge quantities, with over 7 billion coins being struck that year alone. This makes it a common coin in circulation. However, the real value of the 2013 penny lies in its rarity and the condition it's in. You see, most pennies from 2013 have been in circulation for years, and as with any coin that gets used daily, they usually show significant signs of wear and tear. But, if you happen to have a 2013 Lincoln penny that is in perfect, uncirculated condition, it could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. The key to determining the value of any coin is its condition. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition are highly sought after by collectors, and they can command much higher prices than their worn counterparts. The 2013 Lincoln penny is no exception. While most of these coins might only be worth a few cents, if you find one that's in pristine condition, well, that's where the real treasure lies. A penny that has been carefully stored, with no scratches, no discoloration, and no signs of wear, is a rare find, and rare finds are valuable in the world of coin collecting. But wait, there's more. The 2013 penny also has some very interesting features that make it even more valuable to collectors. One of the key factors to consider when evaluating a coin is the presence of minting errors. These errors happen during the production process, and when they occur, they can make a coin significantly more valuable. For example, a double die error, where the image appears to be doubled, can make a coin highly sought after by collectors. The double die error occurs when the coin dies, which are used to strike the design onto the coin, misalign and cause the design to be imprinted more than once. This type of error can increase the coin's value by thousands of dollars. Similarly, you might come across a 2013 penny that has an off-center strike, meaning that the design isn't properly aligned with the edges of the coin. This happens when the coin is not properly positioned in the coining press, resulting in a coin that looks slightly crooked or misaligned. Off-center coins are extremely popular in the coin collecting world because they are unique and one-of-a-kind, which makes them even more valuable to collectors who are looking for something special. There are other minting errors that could also increase the value of the 2013 Lincoln penny, such as coins with die cracks or coins that have been struck with damaged dies. These errors, although rare, can make a coin worth a fortune if it's the right kind of mistake. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these kinds of errors because they represent a piece of history and are often considered flaws that make a coin stand out from the rest. So, if you happen to find a 2013 penny with a unique error, don't be surprised if it turns out to be worth much more than you expect. Let's also take a look at the design of the 2013 Lincoln penny. The obverse side features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design, which was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth, has become one of the most recognizable and iconic images in American coinage. On the reverse side, we see the Lincoln Memorial, which was used as the reverse design of the penny from 1959 until 2008. In 2009, the U.S. Mint introduced a series of reverse designs to mark the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and since then, the reverse of the penny has shown the Union Shield, a symbol of national unity. But here's something that many collectors look for when evaluating coins from certain years: the mint mark. The mint mark tells you where the coin was produced, and it can play a significant role in determining its value. The 2013 penny was minted at 3 U.S. Mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mint mark for each facility is located just below the year on the obverse side of the coin. While the Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark, the Denver and San Francisco mints placed their respective D and S mint marks on the coins. If you happen to have a 2013 Lincoln penny with a mint mark from the Denver Mint, the value could be slightly higher due to the larger mintage numbers from Philadelphia. And if you happen to come across a 2013 penny with an S mint mark from the San Francisco Mint, it could be even more valuable, as these pennies were produced in smaller quantities. The mint marks can make all the difference in determining the true value of a coin. So, let's get to the most exciting part: how much could a 2013 Lincoln penny be worth? As we've mentioned, most 2013 pennies are only worth a few cents, but in perfect condition or with rare minting errors, they can fetch a much higher price. The right combination of rarity, condition, and errors can significantly increase the value. If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare pennies, the potential value could be astronomical. For a 2013 Lincoln penny that is in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, the value could easily range from $10 to $50. However, if you happen to find a coin with a major minting error or a particularly rare characteristic, the value could shoot up even further. Collectors will pay top dollar for these kinds of coins, and it's not unheard of for a well-preserved 2013 Lincoln penny to sell for as much as $75,000. That's right, $75,000 for a single penny. It might sound unbelievable, but that's the kind of value that rare, error-filled coins can command. So, if you have any 2013 pennies in your collection, now is the time to check them over carefully. You could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. In conclusion, the 2013 Lincoln penny may seem like just another everyday coin, but in the world of coin collecting, it holds a special place. Whether you found a mint condition penny or one with a rare minting error, the value of this seemingly ordinary coin can skyrocket under the right circumstances. So keep an eye on your spare change, it could lead to a major payday. Today we dive into the incredible world of rare and valuable coins. You might be surprised to know that one of the most widely circulated coins in the United States, the humble Lincoln penny, can hold incredible value, if you know what to look for. In today's video, we're focusing on the 2000 Lincoln penny, and how this seemingly common coin could be worth far more than you might imagine. So, grab your magnifying glass and get ready for a deep dive into the story of the 2001 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny is one of the oldest and most iconic coins in the United States. Introduced in 1909, the Lincoln penny was initially minted to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The portrait of Lincoln, designed by artist Victor David Brenner, has been gracing the obverse, front, of the penny ever since, making it a constant presence in the pockets of Americans for over a century. While the reverse, back, of the coin has changed several times, with the most famous reverse design being the Lincoln Memorial from 1959 to 2008, the penny has remained a fixture of U.S. currency for generations. However, when we talk about the value of the 2000 Lincoln penny, it's important to recognize that not all pennies are created equal. Just like any other coin, a penny's value depends largely on its rarity, condition, and any unique features it might possess. While it's true that most 2000 pennies are still circulating today and might only be worth 1 cent, there are specific characteristics that can make this coin stand out from the crowd. And when it does, you could be holding onto a hidden treasure worth a whole lot more than you think. First, let's talk about the standard 2000 Lincoln penny. Most of the pennies minted that year were produced in enormous quantities, which makes them fairly common. The United States Mint produced billions of these coins across its various facilities. However, the sheer volume of 2000 pennies that entered circulation doesn't necessarily mean that there are no rare ones to be found. In fact, some coins from this year may have been struck with errors or under unique conditions that can greatly increase their value. The condition of the coin is one of the most significant factors that determines its worth. Coins that have been in circulation for a while tend to show signs of wear, such as scratches, fading, or discoloration. These coins might still hold sentimental value or be of interest to collectors, but their monetary value is typically low. On the other hand, a penny that's in pristine, uncirculated condition can be much more valuable. When coins are freshly minted, they have sharp details, bright surfaces, and virtually no signs of wear. This makes them more desirable to collectors who are looking for flawless examples to add to their collection. If you happen to have a 2000 Lincoln penny that has been carefully stored and remains in mint condition, you could have a coin worth far more than the 1 cent face value. But, as with all valuable coins, it's not just about the coin's condition. Errors can make a huge difference in its worth. Minting errors happen when there are mistakes made during the coin's production process, and these errors can create coins that are highly sought after by collectors. One of the most desirable errors that can occur in a coin is a double die error. A double die occurs when the design on the coin is struck more than once, causing the image to appear doubled or blurry. This can happen when the coin die is not properly aligned during the minting process, resulting in a coin that has two impressions of the same design. In the case of the 2000 Lincoln penny, a double die error can be incredibly valuable. If you find a 2000 penny with a noticeable double die error, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands of dollars, far more than just a single cent. Another potential error that can increase the value of a 2000 Lincoln penny is an off-center strike. When a coin is struck off-center, the design is misaligned, causing part of the image to be cut off or shifted. Off-center strikes are often considered rare and valuable because they represent a mistake in the minting process that results in a unique, one-of-a-kind coin. If you discover a 2000 penny with an off-center strike, it could fetch a high price, especially if the error is particularly dramatic. In addition to minting errors, some collectors are also interested in the specific mint mark of the coin. The 2000 Lincoln penny was minted at 3 different U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of the pennies produced in 2000 were minted at the Philadelphia facility and have no mint mark on them. However, there were also pennies minted in Denver, which are marked with a D, and a smaller number of pennies were minted in San Francisco, marked with an S. While the mint mark can affect the rarity of a coin, it's important to note that the 2000 Lincoln pennies from the Denver and San Francisco mints are still relatively common, and they don't typically command much of a premium unless they exhibit errors or are in pristine condition. However, certain variations of the coin with specific mint marks can be valuable to collectors who are looking for specific regional examples. Now that we've explored the general details of the 2000 Lincoln penny, you might be wondering just how much it's worth. As mentioned earlier, most 2000 pennies are worth their face value of 1 cent, especially those that have been in circulation for many years. However, if you happen to find a 2000 penny that is in mint condition, free of scratches or discoloration, you might find it worth around $5 to $10, depending on the demand in the market. But here's where it gets exciting. If you're lucky enough to have a 2000 Lincoln penny with a minting error, whether it's a double die, off-center strike, or another type of flaw, you could be holding onto a coin that's worth far more. In fact, some error-filled 2000 pennies have been known to sell for several $1,000s, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's condition. However, if you happen to find a rare 2000 penny with an extraordinary minting error or in perfect uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a value that far exceeds the average collector's expectations. Some 2000 Lincoln pennies with particularly rare or dramatic errors have been known to sell for as much as $55,000. Yes, you heard that right, $55,000 for a single penny. Of course, this is a rare occurrence, and finding a 2000 penny worth this much is no easy feat. But it's important to remember that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and with a bit of knowledge, a keen eye, and a little luck, you might just find a coin that will turn your collection into a small fortune. In conclusion, the 2000 Lincoln penny might appear to be an ordinary coin at first glance, but it's far from it. From its design to its potential for minting errors, this penny has the ability to surprise and impress even the most seasoned coin collectors. Whether you find a 2000 penny in mint condition or come across one with a rare minting error, you could be holding onto a coin that's worth much more than its face value. Keep your eyes peeled, your magnifying glass handy, and who knows, you might just strike gold with a rare 2000 Lincoln penny worth $55,000. Today, we're going to be diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins you can find in your pocket change, the 2060 Lincoln penny. While this may seem like an ordinary coin, many collectors are on the hunt for this very year and mint mark, as it holds the potential to be worth much more than its face value. If you've ever wondered whether that penny sitting in your jar could be worth a fortune, then you'll want to stick around until the end of this video, because you won't believe just how much one of these pennies can be worth. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Since its debut, it has undergone a few design changes, but the basic design has remained iconic. The obverse side of the penny features a bust of Abraham Lincoln, which was designed by artist Victor David Brenner. The reverse side originally displayed the wheat stalks, which were replaced with the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. However, after 2009, the U.S. Mint replaced the memorial design with a shield, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Today, our focus is on the 2060 Lincoln Penny, a coin minted at the Denver Mint, which carries with it the D Mint mark. This coin is an interesting one for collectors, as it represents a period of change and innovation in U.S. coinage. While there were billions of these pennies made and distributed throughout the country, they still hold potential for being valuable, especially if you know where to look. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about the 2060 penny? Well, it turns out that this penny is not just any regular coin. Its value can soar depending on its condition, unique features, and potential mint errors. While most 2060 pennies are only worth 1 cent, a few rare examples can fetch staggering amounts of money on the open market. If you're lucky enough to come across a 2060 Lincoln penny with particular characteristics, you could be sitting on a small fortune. The condition of a coin is perhaps the most important factor when determining its value. The 2060 Lincoln penny, like most other coins, was produced in large numbers, and a majority of them have been in circulation for years. This means they are often worn, scratched, or discolored. Coins that show these signs of wear are typically not worth much more than their face value of 1 cent. However, if you come across a 2060 penny that is still in uncirculated condition, that is, it has no noticeable scratches, marks, or discoloration, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. Uncirculated coins are considered more valuable because they have been preserved in a pristine state, free from the damage caused by regular use. They typically have sharp, clear details and exhibit the fresh, shiny appearance of a newly minted coin. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are in this condition because they are harder to find, and they are more desirable for anyone looking to complete a set of Lincoln pennies or simply to own a piece of history. While finding an uncirculated 2060 penny can certainly increase its value, there's another factor that can dramatically boost the worth of this coin: errors. Minting errors are what make coins truly special and highly sought after by collectors. These errors can range from slight imperfections in the design to much more obvious mistakes, and they can increase a coin's value by thousands of dollars. The 2060 penny is no exception to this rule. One of the most common errors found in the 2060 Lincoln penny is the double die error. This occurs when a coin is struck more than once, causing the design to appear doubled or blurred in certain areas. This error is more visible in certain parts of the coin, such as the date or the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." If you happen to find a 2060 penny with this error, then you've just found yourself a highly collectible coin that could sell for a significant amount. Double die errors are among the most prized coins in the world of numismatics, and depending on the severity and placement of the doubling, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another potential error that can make the 2060 penny valuable is an off-center strike. This happens when the penny is struck off-center, causing part of the design to be cut off. Off-center strikes are particularly interesting to collectors because they are unusual and represent a mistake during the minting process. These errors can vary in how far off-center the coin is, and the more extreme the mistake, the more valuable the coin can be. A penny with a dramatic off-center strike, especially one in good condition, could be worth much more than you would expect. Other mint errors, such as the clipped planchet or die crack, can also make the 2060 penny stand out. A clipped planchet occurs when a portion of the metal planchet, the thin, flat piece of metal that will eventually become the coin, has been cut off during the minting process. This creates an irregularly shaped coin with a missing piece. Die cracks, on the other hand, happen when a crack appears in the die used to stamp the coin's design onto the metal planchet. If you spot a die crack running across the face of your 2060 penny, it can make the coin more collectible and valuable. especially if the crack is deep or large enough to be easily visible. Now that we know about some of the errors and factors that can make the 2060 penny worth more than its face value, let's talk about how much you can expect to pay for one of these coins if it's in excellent condition or has a minting error. As you can imagine, the value of the coin can vary depending on a few factors: condition, rarity, and the type of error it has. A typical 2060 Lincoln penny in good condition, without any errors, is worth its face value of 1 cent, or perhaps a few cents more, especially if it is uncirculated. However, if you find a 2060 penny with a double die error, a dramatic off-center strike, or another unique feature, the value of that penny can increase substantially. In fact, the right 2060 Lincoln penny with a significant error or in pristine uncirculated condition has been known to fetch impressive prices in the market. Depending on the rarity of the error and the demand among collectors, a 2060 penny could be worth anywhere from a few $100s to thousands. However, there is one final detail that can push the value of a 2060 Lincoln penny into truly extraordinary territory. A 2060 penny that features a major error, like an extreme double die or off-center strike, or is in perfect, uncirculated condition, has been known to sell for as much as $85,000. Yes, you read that correctly, $85,000. If you happen to come across a 2060 Lincoln penny with a rare and valuable error, or if you have one in perfect condition, you could be holding a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. But, as with all rare coins, finding a penny like this is no easy task, and it requires patience, knowledge, and a bit of luck. In conclusion, the 2060 Lincoln penny may seem like a simple coin at first glance, but it holds incredible potential for collectors. Whether you find one in mint condition, discover a rare minting error, or stumble upon a penny with unique characteristics, this coin could be worth far more than you might expect. Keep your eyes peeled, your magnifying glass ready, and your coin collection growing, because with a little persistence, you could find a 2060 Lincoln penny that will make you a small fortune. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2060 Lincoln penny, make sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell for more exciting coin discoveries. And remember, in the world of coin collecting, sometimes the smallest find can lead to the biggest rewards.